All right, Trevor, tell me about the Yakuza TV show.
We got it, man. This is topical. It just came out. Got to
Talking about ninjas. Now we're talking about ninjas.
Now we're talking about modern ninjas.
Gangster ninjas. Gangsters. Just gangsters.
Just gangsters. Yeah. The Yakuza like a dragon Yakuza Yakuza. It's the new TV show that came out.
What streaming platform is it on?
Amazon.
Okay.
So, fair warning, it does have an ad when you play it. Freaking Amazon. But they just dropped 3 episodes, and then I think they're doing 1 episode a week till the rest of the season comes out.
Is it just released on Amazon, or was it an Amazon production?
It was an Amazon. That's a good question. I know it's exclusively on Amazon right now.
Sure.
I don't know how much Amazon was involved in making it.
Sure.
I know they obviously had to do a lot of Japanese studio stuff because I did watch the first episode, and it looks Japanese. You can tell the world looks fine. I didn't recognize any of the actors in Japanese, but at least the English dubbed voice actors, I watched a little bit of both, are all big names in the voice acting sphere. So they at least had some funding to do that right, to do that well, which is cool.
Would you suggest watching it in Japanese or in Americanese?
Americanese. I don't know, it depends. I think the Japanese is probably better. It's more true to form.
Yeah.
But again, the English voice actors for at least the 2 main boys are good. They're big voice actors.
Sure.
Which is cool. So I'll probably keep watching the rest of the show in Japanese. And maybe I'll go back in English. I don't know. But I saw 1 episode. Again, it looks pretty good. I think the costume designers had a lot of fun with the Yakuza guys, especially because either they're wearing very nice, very tailored suits, or they're wearing just these goofy, bright neon jackets. It's no in between, and that's very Yakuza, and also in the games of just they're very ostentatious, flamboyant, or they're very professional. So that looks fun. The story is a bit weird so far. That was my praise. I think the show looks good. It feels true to form. Voice acting is good. Drifting into the neutral territory. It's not really the story of the game at all. So I don't know. Do with that what you will. I've only seen 1 episode, but as far as a crime drama set in Japan, it's okay so far. And it's about Yakuza, and some of the names are the same. So it's I recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
But as a standalone story, I don't know. It's okay so far. I don't know if it's anything to write home about.
So you're 1 episode in, 2 episodes in?
1 episode in.
1 episode in.
I'll probably watch the other 2 this weekend, I think.
So far, are you anticipating a come up in the show, or are you thinking that it's going to stay level? And are you sad about it so far?
Yeah, so I'll say I'm optimistic.
Sure.
First,
because first episodes are always a little bit dull.
Yeah,
in my opinion, it's because you're setting the story for people who aren't in the universe, right?
Well, and I think it's interesting. Obviously, I wasn't there in the writers' room, but they're trying to do an origin story.
Sure.
When it's going to be a mini series, I don't know how much time you have to set up an origin story.
Yeah.
If they were gonna do an origin story, they have that in the games. They could have just copied that. So now they're trying to write their own origin story. So it's a little weird that the story's jumping between 1995 and 2005 Tokyo, which in the games the main character is in jail for those 10 years.
Gotcha.
And he was already a member of the Yakuza in 1995. So far in the show, that he's joining the Yakuza in 1995. And then in 2005, we see him get out of prison. You're wait, but... So, I think it's at least going to be neutral. Like I said, I'm optimistic. I am a little saddened, though, to get to your last question, because it's not the game. I knew it wasn't going to be the game.
Yeah.
But I think the game had a great origin story, so
Sure.
I didn't think it needed to be changed that much to screen. So I'm a little worried. I'm a little nervous that somebody wrote a crime drama and then co-opted the fandom. It's like, I'll just slap the Yakuza name on there.
Yeah.
Because that happens sometimes.
All the time.
Halo. We have this generic sci-fi plot.
Halo.
Let's slap the Halo name on there.
Also Borderlands.
Yeah, Borderlands. We have a generic sci-fi action heist plot. Let's slap the Borderlands name on there.
Change a couple things here and there to tweak it to the universe a little bit.
Yeah, and so I don't know who they're making it for. I know we talked about this oodles of times, but it's like the hardcore Yakuza fans are not really gonna like it.
Yeah.
And the normal people will just be like, oh, this is an okay show. Is that enough people crossover where you get them to go play your games?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you kind of liked the show. Maybe go play the games now. Like, is that good for you?
Yeah.
Is that enough?
That's a good question. Because you're right. You do want people to cross over and consume your other content.
They just did, like, I think yesterday or 2 days ago when the show came out, they just released the game, the first game that's been remastered since the PlayStation 2 era. The remastered version just released on Switch.
Very cool.
Like in collaboration with the show coming out.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
That is a good marketing campaign. Like,
I wonder if they're targeting a younger audience with it.
Yeah, maybe.
What's the show rated? Is it MA or is it 17 or
first episode? I think was only 13 plus or the TV 13 plus.
14 TV 14.
TV 14, I think.
So maybe a teenage audience is what they're shooting for with the Switch.
Because I was curious. I was like, they had one scene that like could have been a little darker, but they didn't actually show it. And I'm like, they showed this in the game.
Sure.
One of the characters attempts to like cut off the nub of the pinky is like, the atonement for the Yakuza. That's part of their culture. And they didn't show it. It was just like you saw him doing it, but they didn't actually show his finger or the knife.
Yeah.
Like, okay. The games are mature, rated M for mature. But
yeah.
So I don't know. I'll watch the rest of the show. It wasn't so bad, and I can separate enough and be like, okay, I know this is in the games, but I'll watch it. I would like it to be better, but maybe it couldn't have been done. I don't know. I think it would have been funny if they kind of done over the top campy, because that's how the games are, while still having these serious undertones. But I'm worried it might just be generic serious crime drama.
Yeah.
Which I might still watch because I still like Yakuza. And, I still like the crime drama aspects of the game. Like, it's kind of cool learning the, like, Japanese gang underworld. Like,
Sure.
But the games have that plus, like, karaoke. So, you also just get normal Japanese culture, which is funny.
Yeah.
From the 90s. So.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's hard. I don't know if I should say I'd recommend it to you yet.
Yeah, I'll probably not watch it until you are able to watch 3-4 episodes.
Mm-hmm. And you like wait until the whole season's out anyway.
I also do that.
Yep.
So
I'll hold my final judgment, which is a Yakuza reference. There's a game named Final Judgment.
Oh, nice.
I'll hold my final judgment until the show's all out.
But it's
okay.